going on, everybody? This is the Pro Wrestling Wire podcast. We have a very special guest here today in the Platinum Playboy, Randy Shawn. How are you today, sir?
Wonderful. How about you?
I am fantastic. Uncle Otis is, of course, here as well as each and every week. And you got a big show coming up this Saturday, February 14th. You're going to be taking on someone you mentored in Clipper Jones.
Absolutely.
And he was not so pleasant when you met him in a match, I guess, a few months ago by delivering a low blow. So how do you feel about meeting him, this young man here?
We've crossed paths more times than most men will ever encounter in wrestling. But it's hitting differently now.
Yeah.
It's hitting differently. I don't know where Clip thinks or what he thinks right now.
Well, this has kind of been playing out, though, for a few months now, because,
Absolutely.
this isn't this last turn on you, so to speak, or last time that, you had an encounter with him, wasn't the first time that he's been in your grill on the wrong side of town, if you know what I mean.
I do.
So, and then we had him on the show last week, and he was talking junk, and I'm like, I've only known you now, Randy, about a year or so.
Right.
And Clip, I've known a little bit longer. And the thing that bugs me about it is that I know from being around you guys that you two were like wicked tight.
Absolutely.
And then it's like all of a sudden he grew an ego.
You call it an ego?
Well, I don't know. I mean, okay, an ego usually to me is something that let's say you're good at something and you blow it way out of proportion.
Correct.
to the point where everybody believes you're good at it because your confidence is overreaching almost. I could be a little wrong, but I don't know what it is that just changed him. I mean, Dan Demand, just all of a sudden started getting in his head, I don't know what you and Dan's past has been like. So
Dan and I have been around the sun and back, as the old phrase is stated. Me and Dan have gone to war, strap matches, and you name it. But it still doesn't showcase why Clip's being the way he is. This whole Empire thing it's a little off. Dan thinks he's running something that has power, but cheating doesn't equate to power, does it?
No, but I do have to say that the Empire's quite a gathering of talent. You have to admit that.
I give them the talent. I mean, think about it. Two guys right off the bat, I trained from bone to top in Ken and Clip. What does Dan say to that? Nothing. Those men don't have their skills without me, or they weren't because of me, if that makes sense.
Now, what about the chef? Now, did he also tutelage under you, or did
he has not? But I've known him since he was 13. He used to put up rings for us back in the day and called Connecticut Championship Wrestling. So there's history back there.
Right.
I've watched that young man grow up. Yeah. He stated a true fact. He was like, where were you when I needed you the most? Well, I was out on the road, traveling all over the country, all over the world, perfecting my craft. But I bet you he's never said, good job. Proud of you. Your hard work was amazing. He's never said one thing. So I could tap the hat off him as well. It's, Peter Giovanni, you have skills, but we all know the skills don't match up to me at this moment. You could talk. I want to see you walk the walk.
Rick, what's your take?
I mean, I feel I think this is crazy. I think that because Clipper just did not want to acknowledge any kind of your name, regardless, kind of said that you were kind of the hanger-on in a way that to him trying to leech off his popularity.
Yeah. What popularity? Where's he been? Who's he beaten? Where's he traveled? Where's he still traveling? He's not up to my status still. He can claim that he is, but who's the one that's going overseas again this year? Who's the one that's putting the Pure Vanguard title who defended this in Canada? First ever. Wasn't Clip. It was me.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
like I said, there's a lot of talk behind the scenes. There's not a lot of action. There's not.
If it's okay, Rick, I'd like to touch on
Go for it.
some of Randy's past because if I'm correct, your in ring debut was around in the year 2000, wasn't it?
Correct. We're on 25 years this year.
And now you were born in Canada.
Correct.
Did you start wrestling in Canada?
No, out here. I was trained by a couple of local guys, and I'm not going to say that they didn't help, but I learned 3 years in that I didn't know anything. So I seeked further knowledge off of the Wild Samoan. I worked for him. I was his longest cruiserweight champion in history of his company called WXW. The amount of knowledge that man possessed and gave us was indescribable. That led to traveling all over the country, becoming one of the hottest independent workers in the Northeast / the country.
Now, was that when you were Jay Busta?
Yep, that guy still around, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember the Jay Busta quite well. And that's when I initially saw you, and I'm going back many, many years ago. I remember you working for several organizations, including CCW and AWF. Sheldon Goldberg's New England Championship Wrestling as well. When they would come to town, actually, they would do Hamden, of course, Massachusetts, where they're based. And
I remember the Elks in Hamden. They're the one was by the Rainbow Cleaners.
yes. I used to work around the corner from there for many years. Yeah, and I ended up getting an apartment over there. But that's there's been really many different organizations that went to that Elks Club as well.
Oh, I believe it.
Over the last 30 years, probably.
Yeah, I believe it.
I mean, we've seen a lot of guys probably that are on TV right now in that Elks Lodge as well. Claudio, what's his name? The other guy.
Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah, Eddie Kingston. Eddie yelled at my son for wearing a Red Sox hat and the place blew up at him because of it. And my son was probably like 5 at the time.
Love it.
So
love it.
You've held quite a few championships, well over a dozen championships. Now you also tag team partner Dave Cole, and
Correct.
You guys were the Canadian Superstars, I believe.
Yep, and that formation actually came out of the ECWA with Jim Kettner. That was Jim Kettner's idea, and we ran with it. And Dave and I collectively numerous titles all over the Northeast.
Right.
So that
you
was
guys, both of y'all were in because you were in a couple of wrestling movies also. I believe one was called Revelation. That was the first one. It was like 2007 or 8, and then there was a second one that was when you were the Canadian Superstars. Beyond Time or In Time or something like that. It was in 2011.
Yep.
And they came out as movies because I didn't know enough about your past. I only knew about what's going on with PVW because that's how I met you. That's how we became friends and kind of technically partners with Doc and Joe.
Absolutely.
And I went on Wikipedia, I went on several things, and I looked up and I was like, holy shit. Randy's been around the block a few times, So it was really cool to catch up on a little bit of your history.
I'll give you one last one that stands out that was a really good, obviously, mentor was Roddy Piper. I got the tutelage under him for almost 13 years.
Wow.
Weekly conversations, monthly going to see him down in Portland. It was amazing.
And what was that like? I mean,
indescribable.
Was it hard for you to get over because you must have been somewhat starstruck?
Yeah, there's a crazy story. We all have that story from when you're a kid. And my dad's favorite wrestler was Hulk Hogan. Mine was Roddy Piper. And yeah, that night when he said, "Hey kid, you want to learn more?" I've never been speechless in my career until then. And I just sat back and was like, "Holy shit!" Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
and his words will never ever leave my soul. I put on a match when I was a heel, and he said to me, "You remind me of everything that I was when I was a younger boy in wrestling. I see that desire, that passion, that love for wrestling in you as I see in myself." And I've carried that
That's
to where
cool.
I am today. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, that is cool. And hey, rest his soul.
Absolutely.
Roddy, one of the greatest of all time. So that's something to to definitely tell people, a story to tell.
Cool.
That's cool.
Beautiful.
Um,
So
Rick,
back to clip.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
Um, I saw that your initial training was from Kid USA, and
Yes. Jay
what
Gillette and Bert
yep,
Centeno.
Bert
So
Centeno. Can you tell me what it's like for working under Bert Centeno, training under him? Because I watched him a lot growing up in the working for the Savoldis, working for WWF as well, and all over. I've seen him North Haven Fair at the
yeah.
Northeast Championship Wrestling. If you remember that, Tommy Jeanette's Northeast Championship Wrestling.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. So
so the
it,
guy's been around the block quite a bit. Kind of a legend in the area. I was wondering what it was like training under him.
Bert was good. I don't think we had as much structure as we should have had back in the day. They just wanted kids that were going to go out and bump and feed and do stuff of that nature. But I mean, his knowledge is insane. It was great. I mean, he was trying to teach us lucha libre when I was 18 years old, which I still there are matches that I've used it and said, oh my god, I remember doing this with Bert. Um, he's a humble man. He's a great person. At the time, he was a great father. I just think I needed more. And at the time, that's when I went out and got it. And I pushed as hard as I could. That was the whole point of wrestling, is how far can you push yourself? To be into the next stage. So I got a good foundation with Bert and Jay, but I want to elevate it, and that's what I did with Alpha and Jim Kettner and Roddy, which was all the blessing. And you fast forward to that, it transpired with me and Bubba.
Right.
And and Bubba's blessing was like, you're one of the best. It just wasn't the right time and the right place for you. That's just how it goes. You know, Tommy said the same thing. Tommy Dreamer. It's a beautiful feeling, but we reenacted the Squad World Order with Tommy Dreamer, and Tommy said it best. What we did as the Squad World Order, me, Kenny, and Mondo, was better than anything they ever did on TV. But it just wasn't the right time,
Right.
and that's how
When
wrestling goes.
when did you hook up with Bubba? And
I mean, I met him
I know he worked.
1999
Yeah.
with ECW with Just Incredible from way back in the day, and it just kept in contact for the years. And through passing, when I was doing extra work for WWE, I would always check in and say hi and blah 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 blah. And you know, when he came to Connecticut, he's like, "Hey, it's either we're gonna work together, or I'm gonna open up my own school and just take everything you do."
Right.
And we work together.
Nice.
Can't beat that.
Not at all. Not at all. I've heard mixed things about his personality, but a friend recently ran into him at the Final Kiss concert in New York and said he was the most pleasant man that
If
he.
he doesn't like you, you'll know. If he likes you, you'll know.
That's what I hear. That's what
Yeah.
I hear.
So
Back to you, Otis.
Hmm? Back to me.
yeah. Clip.
Well,
We're back to
well,
clip. Where do we go from there?
well, we can talk more about Clip, absolutely, because February 14th is only
Days away.
yeah, days away. So, you got to get in that mind frame.
Oh, I'm there.
I'm sure you are, but you know what? We saw how things played out, and what's really cool is that you've kept your cool since, like, I mean, as far as online,
yeah. The word
you've been,
actions speak louder than words.
yeah,
So
you've kind of let dead dogs lie for right now, let him think he's got the upper hand, I guess, with a running his mouth every 5 seconds, on social media. I saw the one that you finally, the post that you put out, and where Sarge popped in,
Yep.
and that's. But other than that, you've kept your cool, and so I'm just really interested to see where the story goes.
I'm gonna make him respect me more than he did the first time he walked through the doors. He's gonna see something different in me.
Now, are you going to have some? Because Doc's talking about having some guys that in your corner.
I got the guys on my back when I need them. That's the best answer that I can have.
Okay,
They're
all
there
right.
when I need them, and
Yeah,
they
I'm
will
not.
be present.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask for specifics on that or anything. Um, you know, but I just know that I'm sure that the chef will be there, Powers will
Okay,
be there,
bring it. That's
the
the best
man will
answer.
be there. I don't know about Big Me's. So he's got a lot of guys that I just I'd hate to see things run roughshod. That's all.
Remember, I said I built an army. He doesn't need to know who's in my army, but I built an
No,
army.
no, he doesn't. We
And
don't
and
need to
my
know either. We'll be ringside as well.
It's gonna happen. Like I said, there's gonna be a different side of me that Clip has never seen, and that's on Clip. You want to bring out what you did? You want to see how this pans out? I got a little bit of frustration, and it might be taken out on Clip. I don't need to talk about it. I'll just show you. There's still a reason that all of them are jealous. It still stands right in front of me. They're all jealous of what I have, and they're gonna have to take it from my dead body. Trust me.
Right.
That's how it's gonna go. Simple, easy, and effective. There's 25 years of knowledge behind me that Clip doesn't even think he knows. So I'm going to show him what it's really like to be the teacher.
And I think Rick said that he's got a luchador mask he's gonna be wearing. He's hiding under the ring. Is that right, Rick?
Not at all.
So,
It could happen.
yeah, that's right. If you're a Vanguard, you just never know what could happen.
So Doc is, he started running. What is it? About a year ago, year and a half ago, and Doc is a guy that kind of seems to unite a lot of the different companies together in Connecticut, which I think is very good. Connecticut wrestling has been probably the busiest it's ever been.
Absolutely.
God knows how long, many, many years. The show's literally pretty much every single weekend. So, what do you think? What is your opinion on working for someone like Doc and what he's doing with Pure Vanguard Wrestling?
I think he's uplifting a lot of talent that has never been seen before. And he's also maximizing some of the higher end stars. Like when you're bringing in a wrecking ball to work with a younger guy, absolutely amazing. Um, I've been blessed to take opportunities with Ryan Frost. I think I've brought in Ryan Frost to the highest level when I wrestled him the first time at Vanguard. Like that was a fun match. And Ryan will tell you that we worked really hard on that one. And I was happy for that.
Yeah.
So I think he's showcasing a lot, and that's what we need at this moment.
Yeah, a lot of younger guys that are say coming from Test of Strength or Paradise Alley, and maybe they're not getting the, I guess,
Recognition.
yeah, recognition at either of those places there. And it seems like they're coming into Vanguard and they're literally,
Tearing it up.
yeah, tearing it up. Exactly. You get to see a lot more of them at Vanguard, which I think is a very positive thing for.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
competition's great. That's what it's all about.
yeah. And I think that makes everybody better.
Absolutely. That's what I'm looking for. You know, and when we pass this little empire shindig, I'll take on anybody they put in front of me.
What's a good example of that is the few guys that have been working PVW that come from TF Crew. They are known for their, had been known for their backyard shenanigans, but some of them have talent, but they haven't really, until recently, I don't think, in my opinion, been able to hone it as much as they have with not just moves in general, properly how to work, but also with storylines. not just going out there and ripping each other apart. And there you go. There's your match. Now they're and we got to talk with like Gabe and Angel, and they are a couple of great guys. They really are, and they're hungry to learn. You know, they're both great on the stick. They're fine tuning their in ring
Yes.
skills. So, that's one of the things that's really cool about Doc. He gives people opportunity to do something. You know,
That's all.
uh, and he's well, and I think that's why you and Doc get along so well because, you're Platinum Fitness, which I'd like to talk about, before we end the show. But your
Sure.
Platinum Fitness, real quick, is very community driven. I
Absolutely.
believe, you're very much about the community, and I had a blast the night I was there and got to do the dark potatoes.
Yeah, they were
you know,
great.
it was a lot of fun. You got a great facility, and we'll talk more about that. But back to the uh, Doc. He's just
He cares.
he cares about people, and that's what I love about him so much. You know.
Agreed. That's what the opportunities are far and few, but when you create one like this, it's you make moments and you make memories and you make history. And let's see how far Doc can take this. I mean, wrestling, he's got a bright future. Let's put it that way. Pierre Vanguard has a really good future ahead of him.
Yeah, yeah, and he's all about wrestling, the wrestling community being a whole.
Yep.
It's not about, oh well, this one's mad at me because I'm doing that, or I'm working that area, or I'm doing this, or there's no animosity involved. He's all about, hey, if I could help this guy,
I'm going to do it.
well, yeah, why not?
And I love that. It's a beautiful thing.
Rick, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Got on a tangent on it.
I'm good over here. I'm good over here on my end.
Sometimes I just don't shut up.
No, that's good. You're good. Go ahead.
No, I mean, were there any questions that you had, or was there something?
I asked my fair share of questions that just little things that I wanted to know about Randy's career in his earliest days. But we keep
Here
going.
is it still going 25 years later. That's
25 years later.
25 plus.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Awesome. What was a good friend of myself in the show, Full Dread, is also celebrating 25 years this year as well. So I think that's it's good that we have guys that have been around. I've been watching you guys for a very, very long time, hanging around and going to shows and stuff like that for God knows how long. I did take a break for a little bit, a couple years, but not by too long.
Fun fact, Dread was my third match.
Third match. Where did that take place?
Do you remember?
ACW?
It was ACW. So me and Spider were the first two to ever cross over to that one.
I remember Spider. Yes.
Yep. That was a interesting time because ACW was all over the place. Yeah. Eddie Edwards and DC Dillingers and Dylan Cages.
Yep. So what do you think now as far as, because you're in fantastic shape. So, I mean, do you still see yourself between the ropes working
in the John Cena
10
line.
years from now, 20 or 15?
Use the John Cena line. If I can't perform at the highest level, then I'm done. Right now, I could still go. I could still, I feel the best of my ability. And I'm blessed to say that there are probably 3 overseas tours this year that will prove that. Going back to Japan, probably Mexico, working on China. So I'm blessed and happy for all that. So I'm going to go as long as I can go. As long as I can perform, I'm in. Safely, injury-free.
Where are you going to be going for Japan, in Japan?
I am right now in talks with Pro Wrestling Noah, which would be awesome. So
I have kept up on them in the last year.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Chase Emery at all?
Yes, I know the name.
Yeah, fantastic wrestler, and I just saw video footage from this past weekend of him on one of their events. So pretty,
Nice.
he's very good. I would highly recommend checking him out. If
Absolutely.
Do you have any kind of aspirations at this point in your career that you would like to, some goals or something that you maybe that you haven't achieved or you want to do again, or what is it that you, because you've done, when I was looking you up online and I was reading all the different promotions that you've worked, and that only went up to like I think 2023, so they lacked some info, and I was like, what else is there for you to do? Now is it just a skate ride to have a good time until you retire, or is there a couple of belts that you've been eyeballing?
I think they're belts. Let's just say I would love to do Madison Square Garden again. That's I've got to do that twice, and that's a huge thing. So 3 times is the hat trick, right?
Yeah.
If the door's open, I'll take it. So you never know. But I mean, right now I'm enjoying where I am in my career. I'm enjoying helping the younger guys gain the knowledge, the skills. I love the teaching part of it a lot. That's huge. And as the wind blows, that's where I'm going to go. That's what I need to do. Honestly, that's just how my personality is. That's what I do. I mean, I know Dave Cole was talking about doing another match together. That would be huge.
is he still active?
He's not active as I think he does like a few matches here and there in Colorado, but he's like, oh, maybe we could do like a whole year's worth of stuff together. I'm like, if you're up for it, I'm up for it. So,
Bring him
but
back to Connecticut. I mean,
yeah, I mean, you never know, but we'll see what he wants to do. But as like I said, as long as the gas tank lets me go, I'm in.
right.
As long as this.
Now, who off the top of your head, I'll put you on the spot. Give me 3 young talent rookies now, up and coming, that you think are going to be something someday. Someday, maybe quicker than others. I don't want to put you on the spot because I don't want people to say, "Oh, well, what about me?" But
I mean, a lot of them are really getting noticed. I mean, I saw a lot in Brad Hollister. I can't even call him a rookie anymore, but I saw a lot of him when I was with Northeast Wrestling, and I was like, man, this kid's got it at such a young age. That's the biggest one that stands out the most to me. I mean, not a rookie again that's making waves is Richard Holiday. He's got that it factor, and it's not going rookies again. I know I'm off beat and off the path of it, but even look where Killer Cross is right now. Killer Cross is making wrestling again. So if any of the younger guys want to model somebody, let's go with Killer Cross.
Rick and I were talking about him last week. We like him.
Yeah, he just
he's
for the MLW title recently.
Yeah, he just won it. Yep. So I mean, I can't really think of any other rookies, but
no offense. I'm not going to say anything. Like somebody that I kept my eye on for like 2 years right here, and it's very young. He's only been in wrestling for probably less than 2 years, but Corey Duke. And sometimes people get annoyed because I constantly put him over, and I've become a big fan of his. And there's some things that he needs to work on, but it's I think he's right off the rip. He's
evolving.
Yeah, he's been outperforming like a lot of people on the shows. You know what I mean?
No, I get you. No, he's great name that to the list.
Yeah, he's definitely finding himself. I think that he's honing his character. He just hasn't quite found, who it is that he wants to be. I think, what will really work for him. But
and that takes time.
So why don't we go ahead and poke around about now a couple quick things. One, we'll get back to the Planet Fitness. You are, I don't know how you juggle wrestling and your family. You've got 2 children, young children.
Yep.
And Platinum Fitness now, which is not just some hole in the wall either. I've been there. It's
21
beautiful.
years.
You could hold over 100 members. It's something like 5,000 square feet.
12,000.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I got the wrong information from. Yeah, I'm gonna have
That's
to
all right.
write that site, by the way. But yeah, I mean, how do you juggle all of that and still? Because you do the dad diary, on
Yep.
Facebook and stuff, and it gives me inspiration even, and even though I'm a granddad now and I'm not really playing a daddy role, it gives me some inspiration for like when I'm feeling like shit, I'm just tired, but this needs to get handled, or you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like that verbal boost in the ass that
Yeah.
sometimes you need. And
We all need
how do
it.
you do it?
When you got people that rely on you, there's no other way. You just have to. And I'm blessed to have what I have. Most of my clients have been with me for plus of 15 years. So this is a part of their life. This is what keeps their quality of life going, and truthfully it keeps mine going because it's a blessing. I've spent years perfecting this craft. I still do it. I still study. I still update my knowledge every single year. I mean, I take about 4 certifications a year. I read about, I don't know, I read at least 1 hour to 2 hours a day on something, through my day. But yeah, it's just most people rely on you. It's a great thing. Like I have a client right now that's in Abu Dhabi, and he's at the World's Beach Wrestling Championships. And
Oh wow.
right now he's either placing gold or silver tomorrow. We don't know yet, but he's into the finals.
And those are brutal too. I've seen those online. Those are brutal.
And he's 65.
Get out of here.
So
Wow.
it's wild. There was over 130 countries represented in this game. And yeah, we prepped him for this, and whatever he comes home with, I mean, just going out there was enough for me. But he's going to place the gold or silver tomorrow. Couldn't be more proud at
Good
65.
for him. Good
Yeah,
for
it's
him.
pretty amazing.
Now, oh, I'm sorry, Rick. Now your place, Platinum Fitness, it's still in the Summit building,
Yep,
correct?
we're
In Danbury.
I'm in the process of moving to Brookfield, Connecticut, hopefully in the next 3 months.
Will it be a standalone
It's a
building or
standalone building. Yep.
okay? How on earth did you find the spot that you're in now? Because I mean, it's a gorgeous spot, but you would never think that you would take like an elevator up to the gym
one of
kind of
my
thing.
one of my clients had bought the building with him and his business partners, and they said, "Hey, this would be a great fit for you," and it was, and it still is. It just right now I'm again as you evolve to certain things,
Right.
I want to do something more, and
Well, I really dug the space because it was because of the layout and where it was. It made it kind of intimate,
yeah,
and to me that just makes the experience of, I guess, if you're working out, or and you also had a juice bar and
oh
all of
yeah,
that
we have
going on. I
everything.
mean, you have everything. Now, when I was looking up the Platinum Fitness, I didn't know that you do holistic stuff
Yep.
as well, because I've been getting it. I had pulled these out. I've been doing a lot of looking into stuff myself.
Love it.
I got that one here. I've been taking notes from this one, Cured,
Great, good book.
and this one here, actually from Reader. I've been all kinds of notes. You see all the food
Yep.
cures. Um, I'm changing a lot in my lifestyle in general, and I I may want to talk to you in the near future,
Anytime.
because when I look to my left, I got these books that I can educate myself with. I look in the screen, I have a friend there that owns a place that can help me with physical therapy with whatever I need. And to the right, I'm looking at a box that has probably two of every single neoprene brace for every joint on your body in it. I keep them because I
You
use.
never know.
Doc said you should give them to Randy, for at the gym, because they're all brand new. Blew my rotator cuff, meniscus. What?
Well, I get that one. I have a torn labrum in my left shoulder. It's been there for 13 years.
Yeah. Oh, not fun. Not fun. But anyway, So yeah, you guys have all kinds of stuff: the holistic wellness, personal training, group classes. You have all kinds of equipment, plenty of room. So yeah, definitely wanted you to be able to talk about that place a little bit
I
because you
appreciate
know
it.
I think it's really important to put that out there.
No, I
Because I
appreciate it.
love you, man.
No, back at you. Can't wait to see you Saturday. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I don't know how much what capacity I'll be involved in, but I'll be there.
No, you're gonna be great. But we're just gonna
So
worry about Clip and the Empire are gonna have a
I'm
rude
not going to
awakening.
worry about that. You know what? I've got about 4 canes in my car. Maybe I'll bring them all in, and I'll leave them ringside somewhere for you.
I can use one if you want.
Sure, I got one that's got a brass head on it. That's more of a club.
We can use it. I'm in.
How's about you drop your information, your all your socials, and it
Tell you if I know all my socials.
I know. Well, you know what?
I'm old school.
If you have a hub, a link
Yeah.
where or
Uh,
something, or the ones that you find, at least one for the gym.
the
I
business is
hate calling
Platinum
it a
Fitness.
gym because it's more than that.
Yeah. The business is Platinum Fitness CT on Instagram, and then Facebook is Randy Shawn. Um, that's it. That's me. You can
Yeah.
find me. But
Are you on any other platforms? Instagram? I know you got YouTube going on, right?
we have them all, but I don't really touch them.
They're not updated.
Nah.
No.
Instagram is usually the easiest way to get there.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, if somebody wants to book you, is
Instagram or Facebook.
they could just DM you or whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, cool.
you'd be surprised. My schedule is pretty busy this year. We're at 38 shows already, if not more.
Wow.
So,
Wow. And that's just the wrestling part of your
right.
life.
Yeah.
That's not including dad and everything else. I mean, you're a busy
Only a
guy,
month and a
brother.
half
Busy.
into the year. Jesus.
What's that, kiddo?
We're only a month and a half into the year. You're already booked up for 30
Yeah.
shows.
Not crazy?
It
Yeah.
is. And I'm gonna keep looking for you in Japan, and if you make it out there to
Oh, you guys won't know about it. I mean, if we do it. So I don't know if you remember All Money's Legal.
yes, I remember that.
So
Yep.
Bufa actually opened up a school in China.
Oh crap!
So
Wow.
we're gonna go see him. We're working on the dates, maybe April. Go see him in China, and then gonna go head over there since we're so close. So that's the negotiation piece we're working on right now. But that will be fun to go down there and see him. I mean, I love that kid. He's one of the best workers I've ever met. One of the most humblest kids, and to go help him out in China and then go over to Japan would be awesome. Absolutely awesome.
That's great. You're bringing up some memories right there. All money is legal. I would have forgotten if you didn't mention them. So
yeah, I mean, me and Dave had some wars with those guys. That was old school Jersey All Pro Wrestling was huge back in the day with them.
yep.
Yep. Those to me were one of the best times in wrestling. Early 2002s to 2004. It was hot.
You're
It was
talking,
really hot.
And I remember every what was it Saturday mornings on public access they used to hear what was it New England wrestling or whatever.
Jeff the Hungry Man Harrison.
Exactly. That was him. Do you know whatever happened to that guy?
No, I don't know. Him and I know Joe LaChance moved to like Mexico or something.
I ran into Joe last year. The funny part is I was working part-time at a grocery store, like, a part-time gig. And he came in and he was just like, I guess he lives, where'd you say, Puerto Rico or something?
This is Mexico, Puerto Rico, one of those places.
It's something like that. I guess he just only comes up here once in a while. And it was just random because it was in Cheshire, Connecticut. And
weird.
Like, holy shit, you're Joe LaChance. He goes, yeah. And he was like, he didn't remember me, but that's okay,
I mean, that was 25 years ago.
Exactly. But yeah, I was like, because my full-time job is downtown New Haven, working for, I never say it on the show, but it's the Knights of Columbus. And
oh, nice.
When I first started there in 06, I did see the Hungry Man
Technically, I'm a knight.
at the post office. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I am not, but but it does help you if you're employed or if you're a knight, it does help you with employment. That's all.
Yeah.
So, I've this year I'm celebrating 19 years of employment there. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's a good
Are
gig.
you bragging or complaining?
I'd probably just more so complaining probably, but
Nah, I don't hear that.
I've been lucky to hold a job for that long. You know, if anybody is really to hold a job for 19 years, but
I agree. Same here. 21 in business. It scares me.
Definitely.
that's awesome though. That's awesome. But I think when I first started there, that's when I was going to shows a lot as well. So you know,
I'm trying to think else was back in the day. You had DPW back in the day.
PW was they used to run the Portuguese club in Naugatuck, right? Was that them? Yep.
Yep.
Okay. And I think what was it? It was the one that would run Meriden. The I think it was either Knights of Columbus or VFW Hall. I think it was Joel Gertner, MXW.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
We
Yep.
did Toad's Place once.
I remember. Yep. I remember Toad's Place. Yeah, there was I met a lot of people back then, and you know, and there was also like guys like Low Key, Christopher Daniels would come through there like way before.
Oh yeah, that was my first ever seminar. It was Christopher Daniels.
Really great guy. He was a
Wow.
great guy.
Yeah, I was 18. That was a fun one. I wrestled. It was me and Mike Cruel. Yeah, me, Mike Cruel, and somebody else versus me, Mike Cruel. It was versus John Brooks, Mike Quackenbush, and Reckless Youth. I had 103.8 fever. Oh, it was against Christopher Daniels. So Christopher Daniels was me, Daniels, and Cruel versus them three. And I
Okay.
just remember going, I'm not missing this ever.
Yeah.
Yep. 103.8 fever. I remember that one.
I remember you just brought up a name. John Brooks. That's the guy that I remember. He was very, very, very good, and then I don't know whatever happened to him. Just
Just
retired after a couple years.
yeah, I guess. I mean, they laugh when they fade off, they fade off. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Who else was
Just
yeah,
still here 25 years later, so that's a good thing. We got you.
yeah. Nocturne. Nocturne was around for a while.
Yep. Yeah. I just actually he came up in conversation the other day. I was on the phone with Dredd, and for some reason he brought him up. I don't remember what for, but I remember watching him. I think he went to Chikara too.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, we all. I mean, Mike's doing a lot of stuff online now. I know that.
He's doing
Quackenbush.
yeah, he's doing like I guess tutorials and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wrestling, business on the business sense and stuff like that. I've seen him come across. I've come across him a few times. Yeah. Yep.
What was it that got you started into wrestling, Randy? What, like,
Just going back to that moment with my dad from Hogan and Piper.
yeah, watching?
Just,
Oh, okay.
just loved it. I mean, I was a D1 athlete for baseball and soccer. And, there's this thing about me that when you say you can't do something, it fuels me. So everybody said, oh, if you want to be a wrestler, that's dumb. It's stupid. You'll never make it. You're too small. So when you say that to me, I go for it.
Right.
And that's what I did. It's the same way I did in business. Everybody's like, oh, I was supposed to be a chiropractor and a doctor and all these things. And I said, I want to own my own business. And they're like, do the safe route. 21 years later, I'm still doing what I love. Cannot beat that. So that's go back to the whole empire thing. All right, you're going to push a button. I'm going to push 10. And that's just my personality. I like competitiveness. I like that type of environment. And that's where we are still.
Yep. That's this coming Saturday, February 14th. Pure Vanguard presents No Love Lost at the Bristol Boys and Girls Club, Bristol, Connecticut. And I want everybody to go out there because it's going to be a very, very, very fun show. And
Yeah, that's at 255 West Street, by the way, for anybody that wants to put that in their GPS.
Get to see Randy go up against Clipper Jones, and that's going to be. You guys got and the Vanguard tag team titles are champions. Pretty chill. Have an open challenge as well. It's going to be a show that everybody should look forward to. Everybody should get out to.
NWA Superstar Wrecking Ball versus what's his name? Frost? Freeze?
Yeah.
Don Freeze.
Don Freeze.
Yeah. Great. It's a great lineup. Absolutely. Great show.
Back lineup. Yeah. And I want to say, Randy, thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you for your guys' time. It was a pleasure.
Oh, it was awesome. Awesome.
We'll do it again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll do it again in person. We'll make a nice show out of it.
Great idea. I'm currently building a studio in my basement, so
Love it.
yeah. Otis, you have any closing comments?
Nope. I'm excited about this Saturday, and I'm excited also about being, you know, I don't know,
Yeah.
I can't say business partners, but being involved in the unification belt with you. I think it's going to be fun,
It was
once
a
it
great
gets
time.
off and going.
Absolutely. You guys are great people, and I'm blessed to keep doing it with you. And thanks for sharing. That's the fun times.
That's it. Uh, much love, my friend.
Back at you both. Be safe.